Whether you're running a business, working from home, or selling items through online sites, going to the post office to send out your letters and packages is a waste of time. Use Stamps.com instead. You will never have to go to the post office again, no matter what you're sending, ever. With Stamps.com, you can buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, using your own computer and printer. Stamps.com will give you a free digital scale that calculates the exact postage you need. There is no guesswork. Right now, Stamps.com has a special offer for my listeners. Use my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R, for a no-risk trial. $110 bonus offer includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Free stuff. Yay! Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the home page and type in M-O-H-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Mohr. Do it. Hey, everybody. Hey, don't fast forward over this part. For real, I got to tell you something. Go to jmohr.com and click the Amazon.com banner and go to Amazon and buy stuff for yourself. That's really what I want for you out of life, is for you to buy things for you. It is helping the podcast a lot. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And tweet me the strange things that you purchased with photos or it didn't happen.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game change.
Donuts.
I want to work with you a lot.
Oh, yeah!
Everybody seems to be ready. Are you ready for the next band?
Are you ready for the next?
You waited, the Fantastic Five,
Here they are.
the greatest rock and roll band in the world. The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones, everybody. The Rolling Stones.
Wham! And then you got to hold that mic super tight to your mouth, your gorgeous mouth.
I remember when that album came out and I got that home.
Get your yayas out.
Yeah, on vinyl, back in the day.
Speaking of vinyl, Alan Havey is our guest. Speaking of vinyl, this guy, Joan Wolf, 1186, just bought vinyl records and a Mother's Day gift off Amazon.com through jmohr.com. And this guy, Slessler, through jmohr.com, hit the Amazon link. I bought a box set of SCTV. Every episode, better have my donuts. So thank you guys for helping us out. Alan Havey is with us. And you know what? It's nice. An OG, as the young rappers would say. You're an original gangster in this comedy game, motherfucker.
Thank you. That's a lovely compliment.
G's up, hose down, motherfucker. How many Lettermans?
I just did my 10th about a year and a half ago.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I started back in the NBC days.
Is that because Eddie Brill knows that you're a middle of the road, easy comic, and you're funnier than women? He took it in the ass on that.
I agree completely. In fact, that spot that I did October of 10. Eddie made that set. I mean, I came with material, but he shaped it. He made that set powerful. And there's nothing like another comedian to look at you, a comedian that knows the room. And I'm talking about the Ed Sullivan Theater, that knows what's going to work, that knows the host, what the host likes, because that's what you're there for.
Eddie Brill, for those of you listening, is a dear friend of mine, and I would assume a dear friend of yours.
Yeah, I've known Eddie a long time.
Was my neighbor, Neil Brennan's neighbor, when we lived together on St. Mark's Place. Used to host poker games.
Still does.
With William Stevenson, and all the guys would come down, and I didn't know how to play poker, and they were like, no, then that's good, and you should definitely join us.
Sit down, Jay.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to play. Great!
Yeah.
But Eddie booked the David Letterman show. I talked to Eddie, I said, we got to talk about this on the podcast, and we never have. So it's perfect.
I don't think he wants to. We don't get into more hot
I would
water.
talk about it
Yeah.
with someone.
Well, I'm the guy.
You've done 10 Lettermans doing stand-up.
Right.
Alan Havey of the David Letterman Show.
Absolutely.
Who, by the way, will be at the Borgata Theater in Atlantic City July 1st. That place is the best.
July 1st through the 7th, something like that.
Really?
I'm working there all week, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you'll be selling merchandise after the show?
My CD. I only have one piece of merch, my
Is
CD.
it your CD or is it the Rolling Stones, Get Your Yayas Out?
Side 2 is Rolling Stones, Get Your Yayas Out.
Side 2 is good.
Yeah.
Side 2 is Sympathy for the Devil.
Oh,
Paint It
Paint It
Black.
Black.
Some fat cunt
Love
in the
that
front row
album.
yelling out. You're the Rolling Stones. You know, we get tied up like, why is this person not paying attention? This guy's not enjoying my show. You're the Rolling Stone at Madison Square Garden. There's some fat drunk cunt. Paint It Black. Like, this show sucks because you haven't played the one song out of your catalog that I want to hear on my acid trip.
Well, she was probably on mescaline and Ripple. You know, back then, people didn't know how to. You know, drugs were kind of new. You know,
Combos.
right? And I remember friends of mine getting. You know, like when my first concert was Grand Funk Railroad down at Pirates World back in the day, and my friends were getting real drunk. I go, no, dude, we're going to listen to music.
Yeah.
You don't get drunk, you know, to go listen to music.
Oh, yes, you do, Alan Havey.
No, I don't. Old school doesn't. Maybe, you know, you could take a couple of hits off the joint back in the day.
Yes.
But no.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Now it's a one-hitter.
Yeah.
The pot now is 25 times stronger.
It's not so great. You sit on a toilet with diarrhea for 2 hours taking your pulse. And you go, wow, this is a great high.
Where are you getting your weed, Jay?
From Ice Cube.
Oh, my God.
No, I don't know. From Grandma. We don't do it. You know, when you have a baby, you can't smoke pot because all you do is check to see if he's breathing constantly.
Yeah, it's true.
He lays in bed and you just look to see if his belly's going up and down.
All right, you put the kids down. Your
Yeah.
wife's asleep. You go watch an old movie, hit a Jay. All of a sudden, your kid has to go to the emergency room. You can't get high when you have kids.
Or if he doesn't have to go to the emergency room, your frontal lobe is consumed with what if he has to go to the emergency room?
I can only imagine. I have no children.
You have no kids, but you got married at like 50.
53.
You were 53, and I love your Letterman set's are really good. I want to circle back around to Eddie Brill, but I love your Letterman set. Your opening line on one of them, that I went back and I saw a whole bunch of them, but one you just went out and said, "I'm so tired of being white."
I've been white a long time.
Yeah,
You know, it used to pay to be white. When I was a kid growing up in the 60s, I go, "Oh, great, I'm going to be an adult white guy. I'll be on top of the ladder." Everything's gone now. It all changed. You're making talkies at Warner's. It's over.
the studio system is out, kid.
Yeah.
Send me a black, a Latino, and who's the hot midget now? What's OJ doing? Can we get him a furlough as a villain?
I have college kids whining to me, yeah, all the girls want to go out with black guys. What do? I said, black pussy. There's your answer right there. You never had a black woman? Never had a Latino woman? And as soon as I say that, a man comes into the room.
Have you noticed that it almost seems like being white? Now, obviously we can't really complain about being white because
No! In
get pulled over-
America,
if you get pulled over, they do let you go.
they don't even. You know, I got stopped once with a black hooker, and they arrested the hooker, and the cop looked at me and goes, "Go home."
What town was this?
This was New York City.
A long time ago.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Did you find at 53?
And I wasn't soliciting her. We were just hanging out, being buddies.
Sure, you're just driving her home like Eddie Murphy. I just drove that hooker home, Alan Havey. I gave her a ride. David Freese is my biological father. So Eddie Brill booked the Tonight. Eddie Brill booked the David Letterman show, and he's a super friend of the comics. Like he's the guy that will go through your set with you. You just said he made your 2010 set.
He made the set. He really helped me shape it. I didn't want to close with something. He said, "No, that's your closer." I go, "Really?" And I didn't argue with him too much because I know he knows the room. So I said, "Okay." So I just listened to him. I had all the material, but he kind of pieced things together for me and said, "No, that's the way it should go." I said, "Okay," and it killed. It was my best set.
Really?
Yeah, my best set.
So he's a guy that knows comics. Like you said, he knows the Ed Sullivan Theater. He knows what Dave likes, too. So you got to juggle what 1,000 people like with what the host likes.
Absolutely.
That's a high wire act, man.
That is. And here's the thing. If you're a comic, you fly to the Midwest. There's a house MC. He works that club all the time. You're going to go to that guy and say, "How's the crowd?"
You're
what
at
works?
Penguins in Cedar Rapids.
Wherever you are, you're going to talk to somebody who knows the room, at least I do, and say, "What's the room like? What works? Who do I have to watch out for? Which waitress must I avoid?
Who had sex with Charlie Barnett and Rick Aviles?"
Right. I remember I did this club down in Alabama. This is years ago, back in the
Stardome?
the dark. No. I forget the name of the club. They're all gone now. But I remember the manager came up and goes, "Donna fucks all the headliners." Like that. So maybe Tuesday's not the day to do it. But if you don't find anything, definitely Saturday.
For Donna.
Yeah.
And was Donna nice enough?
I didn't get to Donna.
You, I like his. He's got a really neat that club owner. First of all, it's nice when the club owner sounds like Boss Hogg from Dukes of Hazzard. What better person to have your finances in his pocket?
Oh yeah,
Donna's a real good-looking gal. She'll suck your dick, Alan. Alan sounds a tad Jewy.
Oh well, listen. If you're from New York, you're Jew.
Yeah.
When you go to the Midwest or you go down south,
fuck Midwest, mid-Florida, the middle of Florida, they're like hillbillies there.
Well, Florida used to be. You want to get paid in green or white? Back in the day.
Oh yeah. Huge, yeah.
I said, no. I said, you sure you don't want some white? I go, no, green. If I have the green, if I wanted to, I can get my own white.
Yeah, I don't know
Just
if you
give me the
realize
green.
how the color scheme works. Green begets white.
Yes.
White does not beget green.
No. White loses green.
Green with envy because you're out of white.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how that would work. Your wife, where'd you meet her?
I met her at Green Street back in the day, comedy club. She was a waitress there.
That was way in the West Village, right?
84.
A very tiny room, Green Street.
No. It was a big room upstairs. It was like a supper club.
Let me finish. A very tiny room, Green Street, is the one I'm thinking of. That's not the one you're thinking of.
Right, that's
I'm
a tiny
of the
room.
Big one, Green Street.
No, the tiny Green Street, I had to hunch over. I couldn't fit into that club.
Yeah, you're a tall bird, man.
All the short acts would go in there.
Yeah, Brad Williams, Wee Man from and Kevin Hart. It was just
Kevin Hart wasn't born.
He wasn't?
No, this is back in 84.
1984. Let me tell you what I was doing. 1984, were you on Letterman then?
86.
In 86, NBC, you did it, NBC Letterman.
Right.
When he was on at 12:30.
November 13th, 1986. That was my debut.
I watched you. I was a freshman in high school.
Wow.
I had just gotten a TV in my room, and I would stay up just to watch Letterman because Letterman was like this super cool party that went down after everybody was asleep.
This after Johnny was off the, Johnny would say goodnight, and then you say, okay, Dad's gone. Now let's see what Uncle Dave is up to.
We used to do an hour and a half, and we realized that was ludicrous. And, Ed, could I get you an army cot? Stay tuned for Dave. Alan Havey, fine young comic. We'll be out here in a minute.
You ever do Johnny?
That's a subject of a one-man show that Brian Koppelman and David Levine are producing called God's Camera. And it takes me, when I was 8 years old, my father would wake me up to watch Johnny Carson with him.
Whose one-man show is it?
It's mine.
Is it going up?
And it goes from kindergarten to Carson. Goes from how I became a comedian, how I got into Carson. It is going up later this year. And we don't have a date yet or anything.
Those are my homeboys. You're here because Brian Koppelman sat in that chair and said, could you get Alan Havey on? Alan Havey, I need to listen to this podcast when Alan Havey's on. You know what? You got to do it. And could you do more Louis Guzman? That fucking slays me when you do Louis Guzman. It just has a little checklist of things he likes.
Brian saw me open for Richard Lewis at Caroline's on 8th Avenue in 1986. And then he became a fan of mine. And anytime I would go to a club, whether it was Cambridge at Catch or the Comedy Cellar, he would sit up front with his friends. And after a show one night, I said, come here, kid. He was like 19 at the time. I said, here's my home number. Anytime you want to come to a show, let me know. I'll get you in, but sit in the back because I know who you know.
It's too fucking distracting.
Yeah, because he was, and I ran into him at a Met game, Shea Stadium. We run into each other.
Poor bastards. Fucking Met fans. You dopes.
No,
more.
I'm a Cardinal fan. We just went to the Met. Yeah,
I was
Brian's not a big Met fan.
We used to go to Shea just because it was a shithole. Because it was like, hey, you want to go visit Bosnia? It'll be funny. There's bullet
Who's
holes.
your team?
Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
Let me explain. Let me finish.
Shea Stadium was awesome.
It was awesome in its awfulness.
Yes.
And I actually enjoyed it. But we used to rent a limo and just do copious amounts of drugs and booze and just show up in those orange seats in the humidity and go crazy.
Rent a limo? To go to
yes. What am I supposed to take the fucking Q train with the
R?
Like a fucking ham and egger?
Exactly. That's what you do. You get on the train and you toddle out there and you pay your dues.
I'm a fucking big shot. I'm the dice man. I don't take the fucking train to the stadium. I ride a fucking black vagina. I sit in it like a fucking vagina hammock, honey.
Was that your guy when you were coming up? Was that your hero, Dice?
I love that album. Sure, it changed things a bit, and the misogyny was a welcomed reprieve of everything else. Everything then was comics with suit jackets with the sleeves pushed up on anything at the Improv, yourself included.
No. Never wore the jacket. Never wore the skinny tie.
He's like, fuck
never had the
you,
shag
Tommy.
haircut. No,
I almost had him, you fucking prick.
that wasn't me.
No?
No, wasn't me. I hosted one evening at the Improv. That was it. I did Letterman. I did HBO's.
$110 bonus offer includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Free stuff. Yay! Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the home page and type in MOHR. That's Stamps.com. Enter more. Do it. Just with photos or it didn't happen.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
I want to work with you a lot.
Oh yeah!
Whether you're running a business, working from home, or selling items through online sites, going to the post office to send out your letters and packages is a waste of time. Use Stamps.com instead. You will never have to go to the post office again, no matter what you're sending, ever. With Stamps.com, you can buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, using your own computer and printer. Stamps.com will give you a free digital scale that calculates the exact postage you need. There is no guesswork. Right now, Stamps.com has a special offer for my listeners. Use my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R, for a no-risk trial. Hey, everybody. Hey, don't fast forward over this part. For real, I got to tell you something. Go to jmohr.com and click the Amazon.com banner and go to Amazon and buy stuff for yourself. That's really what I want for you out of life, is for you to buy things for you. It is helping the podcast a lot. And thank you. And tweet me the strange things that you've purchased.